Before we start the video, I'm going to take everyone on a little journey. Don't stop the building. Hold on to the build wheeling. Lanterns and tracks in the night. Working hard to build my base. Everyone is on the chase. Giving anything to get more mint, cause it won't respawn. So that's the reason I came up with this. The whole concept of a fortified field station came to me because I was done with stairs and I was done with doors.
Whoa, I'm not just small, I'm tiny. This is freaking awesome!
What up? It's Tiny Pirate Gaming, and this is the second part of a two-part video. The first one, I taught you how to outfit a field station. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to fortify a field station. But before I get into it, I'd like to remind everybody that if you're enjoying the video, or if you enjoy the content here on Tiny Pirate Gaming, don't forget to like and subscribe. So I'm going to start this off by saying, in order to do what I'm going to show you how to do, you're going to need a crap biscuit load of materials, okay? Just putting it out there, you're going to need a whole bunch of materials no matter what you decide to do, however you decide to build your fortified field station. If you build it exactly as I do, you'll probably need the same amount of materials that I need. If you design your own sort of way, well, then you'll need a different amount of resources. I can't know exactly how many resources everyone's going to need to do this. All I can tell you is how many resources it took me to do this. So just fair warning, if anyone's wondering how many materials it took, well, I'm about to go through that list at the end of the video. So don't worry. We're going to cover that at the end of the video. For now, I'm going to explain how I built this thing. So basically, first I outfitted a field station. If you want to know how to outfit the field station, check part 1 of the video series. Once it's outfitted, you can start constructing elevated walls around it. Now, what I like to do is I like to build these elevated struts around the field station. I build it around using clay or pebblet. I prefer the clay just because of the aesthetic feel. I like the red stone as opposed to the gray stone when I'm building one of these fortified field stations. And I built a few of these. This is like the third one I built. But I built this one specifically because someone wanted to know how I built my fortified field station from one of my earlier videos, and so I figured I'd put it out there in case anyone else wants to have a rough idea about how to do this. Yours might be a little bit different. It doesn't have to be the exact same as mine. You can design your own fortified field station, and if you do design your own fortified field station, well, let me know in the comments, and then post a screenshot of it on the Grounded Discord, and let me know, and I'll go check it out. But anyway, first you develop these, or build these elevated struts. You got to build these elevated struts up off of the ground. They can be built, like I said, out of any material you like. I prefer clay or pebblet because of their aesthetic feel and also their durability. They're pretty strong. You keep the struts equidistant from each other to make sure that it's going to form an equal-sized roof when you go to build the roof. So for the gaps where you're planning to put doors or walkways into the fortified field station, put floors there just so you can fill those gaps. If you need to take those floors out later, you can take them out so that you have the ground and you can have a walkway into there. I actually prefer to leave the base there because then it creates a little extra barrier to keep the bugs out of your fortified field station. But once you've built a solid support wall around your field station, you want to line the openings with or what I like to do is I like to line the openings with fences, and then I like to put these little archway grass arches sort of over the doors, and I like to decorate a little bit. But then you put the spike strips down because that's going to prevent the bugs from getting inside of there. So if you're ever being chased by something scary, you can run inside of there, or being chased by anything really. The ants could be after you or something. You can run in there, and hopefully the spike strips will deter them from attacking. Now, if you really want to be defensive, you can line the whole thing with spike strips. I didn't do that. If you're wondering what the recipe for spike strips is, it's 3 weed stems, 3 thistle needles, 1 sap, and 2 crude rope. With that, you can build one spike strip. If you want to build more than one, you're going to need more materials. Like I said, you're going to need a crap biscuit load. You're going to need a lot of materials to build one of these things. If you're planning to build any bases in Grounded, be prepared to do a lot of farming to get the materials to build them. It's very Minecrafty like that. If you're wondering what the recipes for the pebblet foundations is, it's 2 clay and 3 pebblets, and for the clay foundations, it's 4 clay. For the acorn fence, the recipe is 2 acorn shells, 1 acorn top, and 4 thistle needles. And if you do like I did, what I decided to do was build a top floor. Once you have an elevated struts around, forming a wall sort of around your field station, you can level it off on the top by building a flat floor. So when you build that flat floor, depending on what materials you use, if you use the foundations, currently the pebblet and the clay foundations, they don't have any texturing on the bottom, so you can see right through them. So in order to eliminate that, make it more aesthetically pleasing, you should line the bottom of your pebblet or clay foundations with grass floors just so you can't see through them anymore. It just makes it look a lot better until they texture or render the bottom part of those things. That's the workaround right now, is to put grass floors under there. But that's really it. Once you figure out how tall you're going to make your struts, you go ahead and you line the top to make a flat surface, and then on that flat surface above your field station, you can build anything you want, really. In my first one, I built basically a base, a storage shed that had all of my materials. I had some armor racks, I had some armor chests, I had the spinning wheels, I had the jerky racks, I had a whole storage room built in there. But you can build whatever you want up there. You can build a zip line anchor, you can build a catchment system, you can build whatever you want on top of there. But once you've built that, your field station is really essentially a base now. You've just turned the field station into a base, and if you outfitted the field station, well, then it's a really good base because it's already got everything. You also need to build a bounce web once you get to the higher points. Now, you don't need to build a bounce web. You can also build the spiral stairs or just regular stairs. I, for one, if you're wondering the reason I came up with this whole fortified field station concept, was for 2 reasons. One, I was tired of stairs. I like the acorn spiral stairs, but I'm done with stairs. I'm going to do everything with bounce webs pretty much from this point going forward in the game. I'm just done with stairs. The bounce web's more efficient. And I'm also done with doors. I'm done with opening and closing doors in Grounded. Like, I'm just not doing it anymore unless I'm building something for aesthetics that needs a door. If it's a utilitarian build like this fortified field station is, it's strictly for utilitarian purposes, which means just survivability. I'm not concerned with making it look nice, and I don't need to be opening and closing doors every time I go into this place. So that's the reason I built these little fences with the little archways so that bugs can't get in, because unless they can jump or something, and I don't have to worry about opening and closing doors anymore. So that's the reason I came up with this. The whole concept of a fortified field station came to me because I was done with stairs and I was done with doors. And so I designed this fortified field station outfit design, and that's how I do it now. You can decorate your fortified field station however you want. You can do whatever you want with it. You don't have to build it the way I did, and you don't have to put it up like with my archways and my fences and my little slime lanterns that I put inside. I like to put the firefly lanterns hanging down. I think that's a really cool effect inside of there. But you don't have to do it that way. You can decorate it however you want. But this is how I did it. So now that we're here, that's pretty much it. That's all. Once you've done that, you can build whatever you want on top of there. But I did have a subscriber specifically ask me how many materials they thought, or I thought it took to build one of these, to build a fortified field station. So that's why I built a second one, and I tallied up. It's very scientific. We're talking like true science here. Like, I did some serious science right here. I injected myself with 10 cc's of sweet science. And I went ahead and I tallied up how many resources exactly it took me to build this specific field station, this fortified field station. Again, I didn't build something on top of it because I wasn't going to build another storage base. I'm going to build something special up there. I don't know exactly what yet, but you can build anything up there. But anyway, in order to build just this fortified field station with the roof over it, it took me 910 clay, 2 bug rubber, 4 sprigs, 228 grass planks, 39 pebblets, 18 stems, 42 thistle needles, 10 sap, 24 crude rope, 12 acorn shells, 6 acorn tops, 4 silk ropes, 4 grub hides, 8 bioluminescent goops, and 6 slime mold stalks. So that's a total tally of all the resources from my chopping list when I designed this fortified field station. That's not including the materials it took me to build the outfitted field station. Again, if you want to know how to build the outfitted field station, which is the first part of building a fortified field station, check out the first part of this 2-part video right here. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy the video, and if you taught you something and you learned something, well then you could do me a huge favor. You could help me out by smashing that like button. I'd really appreciate it if you do me a huge favor. And if you want to see more grounded-related, grounded-themed content here on Tiny Power Gaming, well, I hope this video earned your subscription today. And if it did earn your subscription, don't forget to ring that little bell so you can become part of the Tiny Crew and always be notified whenever I upload a new video here on Tiny Power Gaming. And if you ever want to come hang out live with me and the rest of the Tiny Crew, well, I live stream over on Twitch. Links down in the description of the video. It's also flying across the screen. And my streaming schedule is on my Twitch channel schedule. It's also flying across the screen. And if you ever want to keep up with channel news, you want to know about what's going on with Tiny Power Gaming, when I got a new video coming out, when I'm going to go do a special live stream, if I have to cancel a stream, or just some fun stuff that I like to post on Twitter, well then consider following me over there, because that's where I announce channel news, like I just mentioned, all the stuff I just mentioned before. So if you ever want to see my fun little videos I upload onto Twitter, and usually those just have a fun caption, no voiceovers, it's just raw gameplay footage with a fun little caption. They're usually only like 45 seconds of something crazy that I encounter while I'm playing Grounded. But that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video. That's the end of the promo. I hope that you enjoyed. And thank you again so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much to everyone who's already part of the Tiny Crew. And thank you so much if you decide to join the Tiny Crew. If not, thank you so much just for watching. And, well, until next time.
Arg, matey, watch your step. There be a tiny pirate here.